Good morning from a very damp, miserable grey South Lincolnshire. So today I've got the fire on, I've got my kettle on, and I thought I would do some glass painting. I've been collecting some glasses, some vases over the summer, and I just thought it's time to do something with them. I tend to buy all sorts of different shapes, and then those shapes give me a little bit of inspiration as to what to put on them. I have sort of like have it in my mind what I'm going to do with them. I have cleaned them all down first with some vodka, which my eldest says is a complete waste of vodka, but it does clean and it dries without any marks. So I hope you'll stay with me as we decide what we're going to do with these. See you in a bit. Right, I've set up my palette, which is actually a wet palette for acrylics, but the big Bob Ross one didn't fit on the table properly. I've done the usual Bob Ross colours with the addition of the rose pink, and I've also used a little bit of the mountain colour because it is a very dark colour, but it's a very it's a mix of everything. It just adds a little bit of depth sometimes. So I've got titanium white, that's the mountain mixture, phthalo blue, Prussian blue, ivory black, which isn't, because his is usually a midnight black, so that's not Bob Ross colour. I think that's a Winton colour. Dark sienna, Van Dyke brown, dark sienna, alizarin crimson, sap green, and this is the rose pink. I don't know if you can see it, it's a bit runny, which is funny because it's just come out the fridge. Indian yellow, yellow ochre, and cadmium yellow, and then cadmium red. So I thought I'd start on these. I think you've seen me painting some before, and I painted them. A new set of brushes, so I don't know which one to choose. They're all tied together. Okay, let's see how this one goes. Right, so I've got the thinners. So I think we'll start with the white. And I think we'll start with some tree type outlines. May need a little bit of thinning. Of course, you can always thin it with the liquid white if you wanted to. And you are okay, it doesn't catch light or catch fire, because obviously it's well away from the candle. And I do apologise for my voice. I know I haven't got the best voice in the world, but I'm literally just getting over a cold, which has had me out for quite some time. So I do apologise if it's a little bit croaky. I also have to apologise for being so long in between videos. It must be, well, I think my last video must have been about April. But that's what happens when you have a garden outside and a little allotment, because we sit in about half an acre of land, and I'm the gardener, so I'm the one that looks after it, and yeah, I do tend to lose myself outside. Do like it with the birds and my tortoise. There, all I'm doing, so you can see it, at the moment is little trees. Okay, so we've got winter trees that we will turn into, we'll put the wood, we'll put the snow around the bottom, and for that I'm going to use a little like scruffy brush from the Donna Dewberry set. I know they're for acrylics, but I do find that being they're for acrylics, they do actually work really well with the oils. Now, when I originally started with them, I was advised not to use them with oils because it would ruin them, and it really doesn't, as long as you clean them quite regularly. They are fine. But then that's the same with any brush, if you just keep them. These are new ones. Round Royal and Langnickel, it's a size 6. These I got, actually found them in the range. But they were for a class set, so there's an awful lot of each one, which is fine because I suppose like every other artist, when I find a brush I really like, I use it and use it, and then it dies eventually. So having so many of each one and each type, and there were quite a lot. There's, you know, this is them. They all came in the one set, not the dark ones, they're the Donna Dewberry ones, but these ones. So yeah, worth a little look. They weren't a great deal of money, I must admit. I think it was something like £10 for the whole set, which, when you consider how many there are, and they seem to be quite good. They're holding the, they are actually holding the paint quite well. I think as well I will put on a little cottage or something with light. So you got to try and remember with the candles, obviously the light won't shine through the bottom piece of it because that's where the tea light holder piece is, but it will shine through the top. So if you add some interest to the bottom. Yeah. Okay, so that's my start, and I do find that the oil does last quite well. Obviously these are not dishwasher proof, and if you get candle wax on them, it's best just to pour a little bit of hot water inside and get rid of your candle wax that way, rather than trying to scrub it or soak it in super hot water. So I have used these on my own dining table, so they do work, and they do look really, really nice. Well, I think so anyway. Because obviously I did have to test them out. Can't sell a product without testing them out. And I would like just to take this opportunity, as everybody does, just to say that I will, I have a website, which is rbart.co.uk, and everything I make, whether on YouTube or not, is available. I do ship worldwide. I don't mind where I ship to, just that when you buy it, be aware there will be a postage charge added to the price, but that can always be sorted out with a personal messenger. You can also book my lessons there, which we can do this kind of thing if this is what you would like. I'm always open to suggestions. Okay. Just trying to make these a bit silhouette-y. Okay, so I think having got that far around here, I think if I put that one down and get my little Donna Dewberry scruffy brush, which is the tiny one, 1/4 inch. Okay, and we will just have a little bit of the mountain mixture going into it. A little bit of the alizarin crimson too. There we are, a little bit of makes a bit of a mixture mixed in with the white, just to add a little bit of shadows as we're tapping on the bottom, just to add a little bit of bushes and things that are in the bottom under the trees. Now, because obviously you're dabbing on the oil, it will take away the bottom of the tree. Now, the trees either look like they're growing behind it, but if you want to bring them forward, obviously just take your round brush again and come back to it. Okay, so that's just a little bit at the bottom. And then I'll show you, I'm just dabbing on a piece of tissue, kitchen paper. Then if you want to, just take the tip. Where shall I show you? How shall I show you? Okay, so if I just bring that one down a little bit further, and there you are, that's in. Okay, that's a little bit further down than that one, look, because they can look a little bit like that one. It can look a little bit cut off. So if you bring them down, but don't put a final, just a hint of something coming down, it just looks like they're in amongst the bushes. We can do also just a tiny little bit of the brown. I think I've got the dark sienna there. It's just here and there, mark little bits of the bushes so that there's something holding those bushes up. Okay, you don't have to do much. You can bring a couple of little bushes out so it looks like sticks. Just doing very light colour. I don't want to do a lot on this. I want it to keep quite light, quite pastel, which is sometimes difficult when you're using oils, but it can be done because anything is possible. No, I'm not going to say it's your world, but it is. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, because obviously I'm getting some of this on my hand and I'm making little marks. So I will take this cloth and just go over and wipe away what I don't want. You don't have to use the cloth with vodka on it, although you could if you wanted to. Waste some more vodka. See, I'm okay because I don't drink at all. Used to, but not anymore. So it's a good way to use it up. Okay, so that's nice and little delicate. Just little trays. Happy ones, of course. What I am going to do is over on here, I'm going to build a little cabin. So I just think a little bit of cabin, tiny little cabin in the forest will just look sweet. So I'm only going to do a little bit of it. I'm not doing a whole lot. So that's its side. I think I'll have the front there. And that'll be the side of it. Okay, then need the white for the snow. Need to get rid of the dark first, with the brown. Now, I missed a little bit of the trees or the front of the cabin. So that has to go in. Now I'm going to give it a red door. So it looks obvious that it's a door. Then, what should we do then? Now let's get a little bit of yellow in for the windows. Let's go for the Indian yellow. It's a little bit more translucent than the cadmium yellow. And we'll just have a couple of little windows. 1, 2. Now again, I'm going to put a little window up there as well. Again, it's not going to show up much at the moment, but it will do. And then just finish off the bottom with some of the white. Okay, now he hasn't got a chimney at the moment, and I think in the winter he's going to get a little bit cold, so let's just give him a little chimney. And I am going to paint it. Where's the black? There's the black. I'm going to use the black mixed in with the brown, because obviously you wouldn't want a wooden chimney, so it'd probably be a brick chimney. Okay, now there's too much moisture on that, so take it away and come back to it. And there's your chimney. Should we have a little bit of smoke? Should we say he's home? Let's have a little bit of smoke coming out of there. Okay, so you've heard it. Now it's your chance to see it. It's a bit difficult. There. I hold it like that. And you can see there's your little hut. I don't know if you can see it properly. There we are. There's your little hut. And also, if you look in from that side, you can see him as well. Okay, so that's just a simple little idea for one, and I'll do a matching set, so I will be repeating that.